But something that I've learned along the years is, yeah, like your team is great and you can get some really good support, you can make some good friendships. You're connecting with people that are on the same path as you as far as like what you believe your purpose to be, and that doTERRA is your vehicle and all that good stuff, right? You can connect on natural solutions at an oil level. But what I've come to learn and understand over the years is we're all on the same team. It's Team doTERRA,
Mm-hmm.
and so we started off with the Dr. Hill event, and it was open to silvers and above. It wasn't anyone could go, but silvers and above, it sold out. So you could bring any rank you wanted as your guest if you'd like. But just kind of kicking it off with that and seeing familiar faces and meeting new people was a good like connection time. And then we all did
Mm-hmm.
service projects, whichever ones we could do within our schedule. And like you said, having the kids involved was really cool. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and just
Spouses.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just having like doTERRA here in Hawaii, which
Yeah.
they've come here before, maybe like once a year for one event, but it's just different when it's out in the community doing service projects. Usually it's like an event in a ballroom, which isn't bad, but it's just different. And then we ended the week and just wrapped it all up with the opening of the product center, and it was really cool. It was just like what doTERRA can do for each of our lives, not just on the business level, but consumer level of the mission and the products, and then what we're doing in our businesses to help others. We're doing enough to earn our own product distribution center. Hawaii already
Mm-hmm.
has five founders. Five of the 200 spots that are open, five of those spots are already with Hawaii founders. And so, like I said, like Hawaii's earning their product center. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was really cool. Um, it's a small group today. I'm like, I wonder if everyone's like wiped out from Malama week. It was such a good, fulfilling week, but it was just a lot. I think we're still trying to decompress too. Um, do you guys have anything else that you want to ask or share about that week? Okay. I do think that it doesn't matter if doTERRA is putting a service project on, like we can all do our own service projects, right? And it doesn't matter if Malama was only in Hawaii. Ramanita, you
Mm-hmm.
could have Malama week in Pennsylvania. And so I think it's just more so being aware of what else we can do with our businesses and what else can we do with our communities. And so we can get really creative and give
Mm-hmm.
back and get fulfilled in more than one way while we're in this business. So last week, or the last team call we had, we talked about retention. I want to go through that. I just hope that everyone watches this recording after because it's important.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so a couple weeks ago, I was like, I want to give you guys homework. Please check your retention rates. Okay. Did you check your retention rate, Ramanita? Or were you able to? Because I can.
Oh,
You
like 6 out of 20.
6 out of 20. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Tiare, I don't know if you were. I feel like you hopped on the call, but I don't know if you were able to see the end where I was like, "Can you guys? Did you see that?"
Yeah, I did. I normally check my retention rate monthly anyway, or just
Nice.
all month long. It's definitely dropped a lot, but
Okay.
the this past month and right now, only 3 out of 21.
Okay.
And out of that 21, only 8 are active, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot to do, a lot of work to do.
Yeah. Okay. I just, as long as you guys see it as like a way of like where I can put more time and attention in, it's not a bad thing, right? It's not like, oh my God, I only have 6 people on LRP, right? It's a very like, all right, let's check on my biz. Let's see where we're at. Let's see where there's room to grow and see where in my business needs attention and not just always new enrollments. The other week when we brought this up, when we brought the topic of retention up, I asked, oh, who is growing their business right now, right? And not everyone raised their hand. And I think one of the biggest reasons why we decided to do this business was the dream of residual income, financial freedom, time freedom, right? And so the way to get that residual income is our retention rate. And so we don't always, the lesson there is we don't always need to be growing our businesses unless we want to hit new ranks or we want to hit our most solid rank. Having an amazing retention rate is a really great goal to have. And so the normal retention rate is 65%, right? And so 65% of our enrollment should be an LRP. If it's not, then that's where we can kind of work in that area. Do you guys have any ideas or any like things that you've been thinking of or tasks that you've already started or put on your list of how you want to raise your retention rate? Okay, Ramanita.
Yay. So I have 7 out of 20. I just realized. I was like, ah.
Yay.
Yeah. So how I got that 7th one specifically is continued education. I don't know where I heard that. I don't know if it was in one of these calls or somewhere else. But after they receive their box, they leave it in the corner. They don't touch their oils. So what I do, if I can, I go to their house, literally. I grab their box, I put the oils everywhere, and then we sit down and we watch a recording of our team's continued education. And what I'm doing is after they watch the 7 videos with me, I'm literally there because if I send them to do it and then they come back, you know, they're probably like skimming through it. Like, no, I give them like a little piece of paper, like the worksheet for like the continuing education, sit down with them. And after they complete the 7 classes, I give them a free oil. So my 7th one, she's on her 4th class. And so she got like 125 PV order. She got her free aroma touch. And next month she wants rose. She's like, yes, I want rose. Rose touch and more supplements. So I know it's a lot of work, especially if we have like 20, that's a lot, that's 20 people. But just look at the ones that are excited and want to keep learning, you know, the newer ones and yeah, the ones that are, yeah, that are still excited. We got to keep them excited. But yeah.
Awesome. I think that's a great idea. And you know, we have a whole library full of continued education recordings. And so you don't always have to feel like, all right, what do I need to do? Like, okay, I need to teach a whole 8-week course. I'm not that familiar with it. So you can take it on as a challenge of like, I want to learn, I need to learn it anyway. I need to do it anyway. Or you can lean into the resources that we already have and be like, watch this 8-week series or 7-week or 6 weeks, however, whatever session you want to give them, and I'll give you a free oil. And so I love that not only was that your idea, Ramanita, but you've seen a result from it of I got my 7th person on LRP. Okay. Any other thoughts or ideas?
Yeah, just keep track of them. So what I do is I put their name and then I put the classes, keep track. And when you're doing it, let's like go around, show them where to put the oils. Like today, I did the first one with one of my customers. I did her first class, and all of her oils were like in one area, like all like on top of each other, like not being touched. And I was like, no way. So I put some in her bathroom, some in her bedroom, some in her living room. I know the extroverts, they're probably not going to want me to do it, like the A type. They're going to be like, hey, what are you doing with my oils? But I'm excited to work with some of my A type customers too, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, that's all I'm saying.
Awesome. So I've been teaching classes, and I mentioned in another call that my attendance for classes hasn't been very high, and a lot of my customers will want one-on-one, both current customers and new prospects. And I've been enrolling that way through one-on-one phone calls and sending recorded classes and having conversations through messages. But the class that I had in my house and one of the classes that I was doing online on Zoom, I was doing a virtual tour of my house and just showing them different oil sections. And that made a big difference in them being like, oh, I need to make oil stations in every room, supplement area, because if it's in the cabinet, I forget to take my supplements, smoothie area I want to do. And so when they start to see how they can implement it into their homes, they're going to start to use their oils more, and then the retention rate goes up because more people are getting on LRP. And so I think that is a good one to do, whether you are like Ramonita, you're like actually going to their house, or you are having classes in your home or on Zoom, where for my Zoom, hi Heather, I took pictures of areas of my house and put it into a presentation. And so, you know, they weren't able to be at my house, but then when we're on Zoom, they could see that. I think a good place to start with looking at your retention, right? I showed you guys in the back office where to find your retention rate, but look at your customer list on your detailed genealogy, and you adjust it, your levels from 0 to 1, and then you want it as enrolled, enroller tree. And you're gonna list, it's gonna list all your personal enrollments, personally enrolled to you. And then you can click on the top bar that shows like LRP PV, LRP dates. It can show last order date. And so you can click on those and it'll adjust your report. And you can see how many customers, hi Emily, you can see how many customers are on LRP and then count them and then count the total amounts. And then you can also figure out your retention rate in that way, especially if you have builders on your team who are building and enrolling. Because when you run your retention rate report, it's actually going to show your retention rate for your entire team, not just your enrollments. And so when you're looking up your enrollments on your detailed genealogy, you'll see how many of your personal customers are on LRP. And then something that I've done in the past is I've sent a gift to every single customer on LRP and just been like, thank you for being a loyal customer. Love that you're getting your oils every month. Here's a gift. And then those who were not on LRP, I actually reached out to them, each of them individually, and said, how are you doing with your oils? Starting with conversation. How are you in general? You know, I'm offering one-on-one phone calls. Can I get you on schedule? And just kind of trying to connect with each of them on a friends, clients level, not full like friendship level, because pretty soon you're going to be in an hour conversation talking about life and not about oils at all. So I think there's a balance to having conversations with your clients or your customers that is both on a friendship, I care about you, but more into the professional side of I'm here to serve you. So let's talk about your oils. Where are you at? Remember, so tell me about the reason why you started using oils. Are you still on that path? Is that still your goal? What products do you have that support those goals? Are there any products or oils you don't know how to use? Do you have a resource to look at how to use it? What products do you not have? What products do you need that are going to support these goals? Okay. There's like so much work to do that we can do to bring up our retention rates, because we don't always need to be growing our business in that way of, okay, I got to reach out to, you know, I got to find all these, I got to expand my network, reach out to all these new people, get them to a class and get them enrolled. Sometimes we don't have that type of energy. And sometimes we don't have that type of time. But knowing that we came into this business because we love the oils, we want residual income, you can do that with just building your retention and giving love to your current customers. Okay, awesome. Anybody else?
I do have something to say.
Yeah. Yes.
It is overwhelming. So the month of April, I felt a little overwhelmed, you know, having to catch up with all the wellness consults and then also with my regular customers. And I had like some people in the back burner, like the people that were interested that I did not enroll in April because I was just so busy with other people. So just be patient with yourself and just remember that just one day at a time, one person at a time, focus your time because they're going to see you. If you go and if you talk to somebody and you're like worried about like 4 other people, they're going to be like, you know what, this person's distracted. I actually don't want to do business with them. But if you focus all your energy into one person at once a day, that's better than nothing, right? And when you feel overwhelmed, you do nothing. So focus your energy like one person at a time. And so that's what I've been doing, like once a day. Yeah.
I love that, and that is such great advice because it's on both ends. Like, have you guys heard in the business, like, if you're talking so much about all these different things with your new customer, oils, kits, LRP, a confused mind will just be like too much. And so I love that you shared that on the other side of you being the server. And if you're overwhelmed in life, just concentrate on just one customer for that one day and give them your all. I love that. Especially when like we have a lot going on in our lives, or we're trying to get back in the business. We've always been in the business, but you know what I mean? Trying to give more time and more attention and more energy into the business, starting small. So then we don't get overwhelmed and be like, never mind. Like, we don't want that, right? We want this business to continue to flourish and to continue to thrive and to continue to do what it's supposed to do. And I think too, your business action should bring you joy. It shouldn't bring you this like feeling of overwhelm. And so if you feel that feeling of overwhelm, how can you break it down so that you have feelings of joy as you are using your oils and supporting your customers and sharing essential oils with others? Yeah. Okay. Some of you just hopped on. Ramanita shared a really great story about how she got she rose her retention rate by 1 just because she has been helping them go through continued education. Okay, so I love that there wasn't just an idea, Ramanita, there was an action with a result that you shared with us. So a few other things that you can do on top of the, you got your customers on a phone call, or you got a really good conversation in with them of all those steps that I was saying, like, how are you doing with your oils? What is the reason you got into oils in the first place? What oils do you have, right? Step by step, kind of taking it slow into this conversation. After that, you can offer them a promotion to place a new order. Because you can definitely look through your lists, your customer list, who hasn't ordered in a while. I have a promotion for you if you want to place a new order. Sometimes that works, but most of the time it doesn't, because they're disconnected from their oils, right? So you kind of need to connect them back in to one, you, and two, their products and their health goal. And then they're like, oh yeah, that is the reason why I got into oils. I need to use my products, or I kind of need some new products. And then you're like, at the end, if you did want to place a new order, if you did want to get anything else, I have a promotion for you. Place a 50 PV order or get on LRP, whatever it is that you want to offer them. Place a new 100 PV LRP order. You'll get points back and free shipping. I'll send you this roller. Honestly, the most cost-effective thing you can give is either a roller that you handmade, a mini roller that'll probably cost you in total $3 or less. Or if you buy a class in a box and you get the mini wild orange oils. Anybody else have any ideas with a gift?
I'm doing lime, a bottle of lime as my gift. I don't know. I think people don't think about ordering lime.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna give them lime.
Yeah, I love that. And then you can also use your points, right? All the points that we've accumulated, we don't have to buy oils to gift as well. We can use our points to get gifts for our customers or for people that we care about that we want to gift things to. I don't know about you guys, but I go crazy on BOGO. I don't do that anymore, but all those mini bins right here are all filled with extra product. And so that's what I've been giving. So I'm like, all right, place a new order. You have all these citrus oils to choose from. Then they get to choose what citrus oil they want, which is usually not lemon or wild orange. It's usually oils like lime or orange, red mandarin or yellow mandarin, exclusive oils, and then I'll send them that. You can save on shipping costs if they live around you and you can drop it off. If they're not open to seeing you face to face, I think it shows a lot if you drop it off in their mailbox. But otherwise, a lot of times I've been meeting people face to face And then you start to have a conversation and they're connecting with you. And all people want and need is connection. If you guys aren't getting out there and doing events, whatever that looks like to you, or going to social gatherings, whatever that looks like to you, it can be in little ways. It can be a coffee with a friend or a birthday party or whatever. Start connecting with people, especially people that are in groups where your current customers are. Because they're going to be, oh yeah, my oil girl. Oh yeah, I better order some oils. Oh, I better start using my oils, right? And so get out there and start to really connect again in real life. Okay, I know I'm really sad about Citrus Bliss too, but you know why it's out, right? Yeah, they're putting the new Madagascar vanilla into it. So I think they just need some time kind of doing that. And then obviously like this world is kind of nuts right now. So I'm sure that's setting that back. The sun care line that has been pushed back from June 1st release to July 1st, strictly because of shipping. So slowly getting our world back, you guys. But I think let's start with connection. So anybody else have any other ideas or thoughts that you want to share about retention rates or taking care of our current customers, or anything that's been working for you that you've had an experience connecting with a current customer recently? I love it.
I have another idea.
Okay.
So I do monthly LRP giveaways. So anybody that's on LRP, whether they order at the beginning or at the end of the month, because money wise, I give them I raffle their name into a name thing, and then I pick a name out, and then they get to bring a free oil home. So yeah, I got that. And so a lot of people like that. This month I'm doing mud mask. And next month I think I'm gonna do the toothpaste. But I do want to talk again about the connecting with the people that haven't ordered since they enrolled, asking them about their health concern. How's your health concern going? That's so good. Thanks. I'm gonna implement that for sure.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for sharing. Ramonita's been very active in growing her business, like actively growing it, new enrollments and such. And you can tell just because like you have a lot of ideas that you're really in the business. And I know that all of you here can probably tell that she has fun in her business. And so that should be a feeling that you guys have in your businesses too, Hi, Nia. Nia is officially on our team. I just wanted to say welcome. A lot of us already have our convention tickets and are registered for convention. I would love to see those of you who can't make it in person with a virtual ticket. Virtual, you can watch live stream or watch the playback. If you know, and you're being real with yourself, that you can't watch it live and you're not going to watch all that content, do the 5-hour summary. And then that way you're going to get the best of the whole convention, which is mostly the new products and then certain highlights. So at least, don't overwhelm yourself. We're talking about not getting overwhelmed, baby steps, starting with small things to get your business going and start to spend more time in your business and having joy in your business. But when we're looking at convention, don't overwhelm yourself either. If you just literally need to be at convention, right? You're struggling, like do the 5-hour virtual ticket. If you want to be completely immersed in it for 3 days, do the live stream. If you know that in order to keep yourself accountable, you need to be there in person because your full focus is watching someone on stage, make it there in person. Okay. All right. Kind of all I have for you guys today, and I want to stick to our 30 minutes. And I'm really proud of you for showing up. Always a good step and a first step, Emily. Emily's here. Super proud of you.
Did you guys talk at all about the product center yet? Like the visit that you guys did on Saturday?
We did a little. What do you want to know? Tell me.
I don't know. I mean, how was it? How was it?
It was just cool.
Yeah.
I was just saying that we started off with the Dr. Hill event, and then we did a week full of service. And then Ramonito was like, it's really cool that the kids were involved. I'm like, it was amazing. Like, you guys, I've been doing this business for 6 years. My husband is always watching the kids so I can go do, whatever trips and doTERRA events. And even when they're here, I'm by myself. To have doTERRA here and my husband attending these events with me, and then my kids doing the service projects with me and seeing the heart of my company, huge. And then to end the week with the product center opening, it was just like full circle. Dr. Hill spoke, different members of corporate spoke. We got to meet the employees that are working at the product center. The product center itself is beautiful, very small. There wasn't really a tour. It's like you come, beautiful green, my favorite color green, sage, but a darker sage green, beautiful signs. There's a little like door that you can pick up your products. You can order online, select to pick up, and it can be ready within an hour. I think the product center hours are 9 to 4:30. And then it's in Waipahu. Sorry, I'm pulling up my Isla Love group text because it's telling me. And then there's free parking. So it's like really easy. And then we had some we didn't do ribbon cutting. We did a lay untie. It was just beautiful. It was just like such a full circle event. And doTERRA celebrated our first Hawaii diamond. Like, that's huge. Like, can you imagine being the first Hawaii diamond? And in order to get this product center, it's because of all of us who have done all the work to get it to the point of a product center is needed. But for them to acknowledge the first Hawaii diamond, like, we didn't have social media like we do now. We didn't have easy ways of connecting with people. She had to bust her butt to get to diamond with no diamond above her as her example, right? So it was just really cool that happened. Her name is Carlelle. If you don't know her, you'll probably notice her around now that you know her name. So great, amazing, good vibes. And I'm excited for what else doTERRA has to offer Hawaii and what, we all do now. It's our job to continue that on, continue Malama Week and our doTERRA businesses to keep that need of this product center high. Yeah. All right.
You're so lucky. I can't drive down the street and get it.
Well, Ramonito,
Oh, you're
the
so
work that
lucky.
you're doing in Pennsylvania,
I
You'll
know there is a lot of
enough.
men.
earn that product center.
So we have Amish and Mennonite here in Pennsylvania. There's a lot of founders that are Mennonite.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
The Mennonites and the Hawaii group are honestly in competition to see who can.
Yeah,
be
I
the
know
most
they are.
founders, Mennonites or Hawaii.
That's awesome. I love it. It's a friendly competition.
No, it's a friendly competition. Malia was saying that they went to dinner together in Jamaica and we're just kind of like hanging out and sharing some things, and it's a good friendly, it's not, it's good and friendly. But that'll be interesting to see as the founders positions get filled, who is going to have the most, the Mennonites or the Hawaiians. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. Again, I'm super proud of you for showing up. Let's try to get more of our team members here and let's get our businesses moving and thriving. Okay. Have a good day, you guys.
Thank you, Ash. Bye.
Bye.